Ken Dagostino is the head coach of the Colony Raiders. They are back in the AA championship game for the second year in a row. They were there a year ago, came up a bit short to Bethlehem, and then the journey to get back. And believe me, these seasons are journeys. They're ups and downs, and here you are back in the title game. Coach Dagostino, Roger Weiland, Chris Honorado, good morning.
Morning, Roger. Good morning, Chris.
Morning, Coach.
All good, Coach. So did you know, when last year ends and then you get word that Bryce Waterman, one of your best players and one of your three-point shooters, decides he's going to go to prep school, did you ever think you could piece it all together again and get back to the title game?
You know, I thought we were capable of doing it. I think it's just part of high school basketball now. You know, it's not college basketball. We're not recruiting guys. I mean, kids go to prep school. We love Bryce's family and everything. It's just, it's a decision they made, and obviously we miss him first as a person and then as a player. But, yeah, I did believe it because I believed that the other seniors were capable of getting it done. And, our whole team, all 11 guys.
Yeah, who has stepped up for you? We know that Isiah Smith is right behind Joseph Girard, if you want to rank him on the News Channel 13 rankings, and some may put Isiah Smith at the top, but Isiah certainly the best player, will be the best player on the floor on Saturday. You got a great player, but you have to have a supporting cast around him. Have those guys come through for you this season? Yeah,
I think they really have. I think, Isiah, first off, has come around. It's like his college decision. I give him a lot of credit because it wasn't about how high of a level he could go to and just get to the highest level. It was more of he wanted an opportunity to be able to go someplace where he could, he could participate in the NCAAs for all 4 years, and have a shot at it. And that's why he ended up at Vermont. So when he was telling me those kind of things, I kind of realized with him that, I think he was focused to get this done this year. Will Abar has stepped up. There's a big maturity process and gain, I think, from a sophomore or a junior year to a senior year. And then guys like, we have Aaron Satin, who's finding his way now, through the junior season. Shea Young's the quarterback of the football team. The football guys in a basketball locker room, we've always had good luck with. They just bring a different type of presence and calmness that he stepped up. And, Josh Abar came up from the JV. And, we got other seniors there that help us every day in practice. So, Brian Johnstone, Mike Dunn, Jalen Turner, which is Troy Turner's son. There's guys that just all around the program that are helping us.
Well, I tell you what, Coach, that Saratoga game was a wild semifinal game that you're able to pull out. You're down 35-31, and you talk about the Satins and the Will Abars and the Josh Abars. You bury three threes in a row, and all of a sudden that 4-point deficit turns into a lead. And I guess that's what you're talking about here with guys stepping up outside of Isiah Smith.
Yeah, and thank God those shots went in. Isaiah's been double teamed, triple teamed. Every time he touches the ball, they sag on him. Box in one, triangle in two. So I think he has, when he remains calm with all those things, which he has done, everybody else is, I think, buying into it. I think it sets a tone for us that, if he's going to persevere through that, everybody else, sure as heck better.
Well, guess what, Coach? I think you're going to see another junk defense tomorrow night from Coach DeZiekis. Ken Dagostino with us here, head coach for Colony on Big Board Sports 104.5, the team, ESPN Radio. Coach, what do you take from that regular season meeting in which you beat the Plainsmen ahead of tomorrow night's game?
Well, honestly, I was in bed with the flu when our guys, our assistant coach John Karbowski and Will Abar and Ralph Tucker coached that game. But, our plan all week, Shen's well coached. It's a really good program. You know what you got coming at you. It's more of being prepared and not over prepared, I think, for them. So I believe what we're expecting will be probably close to what we're going to get, plus some other things.
Yeah, the way Tony rolls, he'll have some trick defense or some way to try and stop Isiah. How have you utilized Isiah this season? Because I know he's improved his outside game, Coach Dags, where he'll be able to showcase that at the next level at Vermont, because he can step out and shoot that three. How have you utilized him? How do you plan on maybe utilizing him against Shenandoah? Will you have a size advantage against the Plainsmen?
They're physical and they've got some size there. I don't believe they're, as big as Saratoga was, you know what I mean, and as long. But Isiah's just become like a universal player. He just plays to the spot where we need him to be, and it's basically game adjustments. I don't think you don't have enough time in a high school practice. You don't have enough time for a film session, I think, to go over every possibility. So it's more of a philosophical approach to the program and just how you move him around and how you play with him.
Does it help this year that you were there with this group, that you were there last year? You kind of know what to expect when you get there, and you didn't get it done last year, but now there's this mentality, we're going back and we're going to get it done this year. Is there a little bit of that going on with your team leading up to game time tomorrow night?
I don't think there is. I mean, I think they want to get it done. I think they felt that they knew that they were in a position last year, especially as a number one seed, to get it done. We didn't win the game, but I got to tell you, I think there's a lot to be said for teams that are heavy with seniors that play, like Bethlehem last year, like Saratoga this year with the phenomenal season they had. So I think it's more of an experience thing. And again, it's not like the college level. It's not like, hey, we were there and we lost our point guard and now we got to go recruit and get another one. I mean, I think that's part of high school basketball. Bethlehem put it together last year. They did a good job. It's not the same Bethlehem team this year. It's not the same Colony team this year. There's some pieces to it, but we're different. We have our own identity, and I think that's what kind of makes high school basketball unique in its own way there.
Hey, Coach, one unrelated basketball from me. Well, although it has something to do with basketball.
Yeah.
Has your son surpassed the family business success model?
Well, which one are you talking about, Steven or Kenny? Because Ken's here with us too. He's in here, and Steven, I think you're talking with Dag's basketball.
Well, I'm talking about Steven just because he's broken away. That's all.
Well, he's actually here a little bit too. He's the deal with Steven was you got that scholarship to go to St. Rose, but sorry, you're not going for 4 years of liberal arts. You're going to come out of there with a degree that you can actually use down the road. So we're putting that to use here, but. He's doing a good job with the model. Yeah, we're proud of both of them.
That's funny.
You guys have been in business since, 1922, I found here this morning, Dagostino Building Blocks.
Yes, thank
Incredible.
God. We're, 96 years, so, yes, when you guys need anything for the spring or things like that, any hardscaping products, retaining wall pavers, here we are. We manufacture everything since our grandparents' days.
There you go.
Well, listen, I wish you well, Coach. I have a vested interest in your program because I'm in it a little bit at the lower level. So I've got Colony winning this thing on Saturday in a tight fit. The first time around, it was 42-38. So I have no doubt you think it's going to be close. I think Maul's the difference. I think he's the best player on the floor. I think he also wants to finish this thing off in his senior year.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. I agree with you. And one other thing, Roger, I know you're on the lower levels there now with the fifth grade, but we've talked before. It's all of a sudden they're varsity players.
Yeah,
so,
no kidding.
A lot of pressure on you guys in the CDYBL to keep it going, so you keep funneling us some really good players.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I am so fired up and so upset right now. You guess what? You got to look into this, Coach, for me. We are tell me this. How does this work? We're the number one seed, fifth grade.
Okay.
Are you listening to this, Chris?
Yeah.
Number one seed, Coach, fifth grade, 12-1. We beat North Colony in overtime to earn the number one seed. Where are we playing tomorrow morning? at Albany, the 4 seed, at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, who's scheduling that?
Exactly.
Who schedules that game?
I don't know. The president of the CDBYL is who did it.
That's not Rupp Arena. I mean,
Right. Step up. They got to step up 8 in the morning.
Yeah, I guess
step up,
so.
Persevere and play through
That's
it.
right. See, Coach? Yes.
No time to discuss it. So it's too early in the morning to discuss it. Just get in the gym, play, and win the game.
There you go. That's what I'll tell I'll give them the message from the varsity coach on just that level. Hey,
right. We hope to see them all there in the Civic Center
They will
tomorrow
be.
night.
They will be.
Colony gear.
No doubt. They'll all be there. All of our guys. The fact that we all play, all the levels play, early morning, no later than early afternoon. Everybody be making the trip to Glens Falls. Coach, wishing nothing but the best of luck.
Yeah, I appreciate it. On a side note, one other thing, Roger. Our girls are playing at 2:30.
Yes,
for
no
sectional
doubt.
title. So, Colony got it going on over here this weekend.
Yeah,
hopefully we can all get it done.
Heather Fury's done a really good job on the girls' side. That'll be a great matchup, too.
Yep.
Coach, appreciate it. Good luck
Thank
up
you,
there.
Chris. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Take care.